University Challenge. Asking the questions, Jeremy Paxman.
Hello, by the end of tonight's match, we'll know the first of the 4 teams who'll be competing in the semi-finals of this contest. Both institutions playing for that place already have one quarter-final victory behind them, so whoever wins tonight will qualify automatically, while the losers will get one last chance to do so. Manchester University are the reigning University Challenge champions. This team has already seen off 2 Oxford institutions, Lincoln College only very narrowly in round 1 and Magdalen College by a much wider margin in round 2. Last time we saw them, they beat Imperial College London to notch up the first of their quarter-final wins. Let's see if tonight gives them their second.
Hi, I'm David Bryce. I'm from Kingston-upon-Thames and I study economics. Hi, I'm Adam Barr. I'm from Muswell Hill in North London and I'm studying physics with astrophysics.
And their captain.
Hi, I'm Richard Gilbert. I'm from Warwickshire and I'm studying linguistics.
Hello, I'm Debbie Brown. I'm from Buxton in Derbyshire and I'm studying for a PhD in pain epidemiology.
Three institutions have already been demolished by tonight's team from University College London. Exeter University were the first victims, Jesus College Oxford succumbed in round 2 and Bangor University lost out to them in their first quarter-final appearance. Let's meet the team from University College London again.
Hello, I'm Adam Papaphilippopoulos. I'm from London and I'm reading for an MA in philosophy.
Hi, I'm Tom Tishik-Smith. I'm from Cambridge and I'm studying medicine.
Let's meet their captain.
Hi, I'm Simon Dennis. I'm also from London and I'm studying the history and philosophy of science.
Hi, I'm Tom Parton. I'm originally from Penkridge in Staffordshire and I'm studying natural sciences.
Right, you all know the rules, so fingers on the buzzers. Here's your first starter for 10. Probably derived from a related English dialect word for fool, which short word has been defined as an unfashionable or socially inept person, but when attached to a modifier such as computer, can also denote a knowledgeable and...
UCL Dennis.
Nerd.
No, you lose 5 points. Knowledgeable and obsessive enthusiast.
Manchester Brown.
Geek.
Geek is correct, yes. These bonuses are on peace, Manchester. Since wars begin in the minds of men, it is in the minds of men that the defences of peace must be constructed. These are the opening words of the Constitution of which agency of the United Nations?
Security Council. I'll say UN Pro 4 or Security Council.
Go for Security Council.
The Security Council?
No, it's UNESCO. Secondly, from which Congress did Benjamin Disraeli return in 1878 saying, Lord Salisbury and myself have brought you back peace, but a peace, I hope, with honour?
Berlin. Yeah. Berlin.
Congress of Berlin is correct. In 2011, which European leader said no one should think a further half-century of peace and prosperity is assured? It isn't. That is why I say if the euro fails, Europe will fail.
Merkel. Angela Merkel.
Correct. 10 points for this starter question. 20 Maresfield Gardens in Hampstead and Berggasse 19 in the Alsergrund district of Vienna are now both museums, having been the homes...
UCL Tishik-Smith.
Sigmund Freud.
Sigmund Freud is correct, yes. Your first bonuses, UCL, are on a US composer. In 1932, the musical of Thee I Sing won the Pulitzer Prize for Drama, but because it was the first musical to win the prize, only the lyricist and authors of the book were recognised, excluding the contribution of which composer?
Yeah, really not sure. Gershwin?
It was George Gershwin, yes. Opening with a distinctive clarinet trill and glissando, which Gershwin concert work was a 1924 commission from the conductor Paul Whiteman?
Rhapsody in Blue.
Yeah. Rhapsody in Blue.
Correct. Summertime and I Got Plenty of Nothing are songs from which opera by George and Ira Gershwin, based on a novel and play by Dubose Hayward?
Porgy and Bess.
Correct. Another starter question now. In 2011, the European Space Agency's Venus Express spacecraft discovered that Venus, along with Earth and Mars, has what layer in its atmosphere at around 100 kilometres above the planet's surface? It's formed when sunlight breaks down carbon...
Manchester Bar.
Ozone layer?
Ozone layer is correct, yes. These bonuses, Manchester, are on chemistry. Listen carefully. The atomic masses of sodium and chlorine are approximately 23 and 35.5 respectively. How many grams of sodium chloride should be added to 1 litre of water to form a 2-molar solution?
97.
97? 97?
No, it's 117 grams. Secondly, what is the molar concentration in moles per litre of a solution that contains 29.25 grams of sodium chloride in 100 cubic centimetres of water?
That's how many moles of sodium chloride? 29.25. So, 8, half a mole. 5. Yeah, 5 moles per litre.
5?
5 is correct, yes. How many extra litres of water should be added to a solution that contains 90 grams of sodium chloride dissolved in 1 litre of water to form a solution that contains 30 grams of sodium chloride per litre?
2, I guess.
2. I'll go with what you say, because you know what you're doing.
I don't.
Oh, I'm lost. 2?
2 is correct, yes. 10 points for this. After a general in the Mexican army during the Mexican-American War of 1846 to 48, what name is given to the neighbourhood of San Francisco, noted since the late 1960s as a centre of gay activism?
UCL Dennis.
The Castro.
The Castro is correct. These bonuses are on hyperreality. Firstly, in an essay published in the 1970s, which Italian novelist claimed that hyperreality was the defining characteristic...
Umberto Eco.
Correct. Which French thinker, once described as a philosopher of consumerism, illustrated his concept of hyperreality by reading his poetry in a bar in Las Vegas, dressed in a gold lame suit?
Nominate Papadopoulos.
Baudrillard?
Baudrillard is correct, yes. It's meant to be an infantile world in order to make us believe that the adults are elsewhere in the real world. These words by Baudrillard refer to what construction in Anaheim, California, cited by both him and Eco as an example of hyperreality?
Disneyland.
Disneyland is correct. Right, we're going to take a picture round now. For your picture starter, you're going to see a graph of a function in the form of r equals f of theta. 10 points if you can identify the function.
UCL Papaphilippopoulos.
X.
Nope.
Manchester Bryce.
Elliptical.
No, it's r equals sine of theta. So picture bonuses shortly. 10 points for this starter question. Quote, even such is time which takes in trust our youth, our joys and all we have, and pays us but with age and dust. These are the first lines of the epitaph of which courtier and explorer, written by him the night before his execution?
UCL Dennis.
Walter Raleigh.
Sir Walter Raleigh is correct, yes. So you get the picture bonuses, polar graphs of functions, all of which are transformations of the function r equals sine of theta. In each case, for 5 points, I want you to identify the function plotted on the graph. Firstly, for 5.
Maybe r equals sine squared theta.
Okay. Yeah. R equals sine squared theta?
No, it's r equals sine of 2 theta. Secondly, for 5 points.
R equals sine half theta.
R equals sine half theta?
No, it's r equals sine squared theta there. And finally...
R equals 2 sine theta.
R equals 2 sine theta.
That is correct, yes. 10 points for this. Meaning a source of evil or a poison, what short word is found in the common name of the plant Actinitum lycotonium, thought to deter wolves, and the composite...
UCL Dennis.
Bane.
Bane is correct, yes. Your bonuses this time are on language diversity, UCL, using data published by UNESCO in 2009. Please listen carefully. Greenberg's diversity index states the probability that any two people of a given country selected at random will have different mother tongues. By this index, Papua New Guinea has the greatest diversity with an index of 0.990, so taking into account more than 50 immigrant languages. What is the index of the UK? And you can have 0.05 either way.
Yeah.
0.2.
No, it's 0.14. And secondly, of the 27 EU member states, which Western European country has the highest language diversity index at 0.734?
Nearly Germany.
Belgium just didn't
because
they only have
Brussels.
I guess a small one, just because I mean.
Yeah, why not?
Belgium.
Correct. 5 EU member states have indexes below 0.1. Those with the lowest are Malta and Portugal. For 5 points, name one of the others.
Another small country that's
Denmark. Something like Denmark, Norway, something like that.
Oh, they've gone up.
I reckon Denmark or something like that.
Denmark.
Yes, the others are Poland and the Czech Republic. Right, 10 points for this. What annual event was held at the Baltic Gallery in Gateshead in 2011 and will be held
UCL Papa Philippopolis.
The Turner Prize ceremony.
I'll accept that, yes, Turner Prize exhibition, yes. So you get the bonuses then, UCL. This time they're on fictional characters. Queequeg, a Polynesian prince-turned-whaler who both eats and shaves with his harpoon, is a character in which novel of 1851?
Moby Dick.
Correct. Daniel Quilp, described as being so low in stature as to be quite a dwarf, though his head and face were large enough for the body of a giant, appears in which novel by Charles Dickens?
I know it's a difficult one I don't know.
Nickleby? Is it Nicholas Nickleby? I don't know.
Nicholas Nickleby.
No, it's the old curiosity shop. And finally, Mr. Quelch is the form master of the Remove at Greyfriars School in a series of books by Frank Richards about which eponymous character?
Billy Bunter.
Correct. 10 points for this. Given your answer as the actual value rather than an expression of it, what is the highest common factor of the following two numbers given in their prime factorisation? 2 to the power 100 times 3 cubed and 2 cubed times 3 to the power 100.
UCL Parton.
216?
Correct. Your bonuses are on mathematics, UCL, renowned for his list of problems posed at the 1900 International Congress of Mathematicians. Which German mathematician?
David Hilbert.
Correct. A concatenation of the Greek for straight and angled. What word is used to describe 2 points in a Hilbert space whose inner product is 0?
Concatenation of straight and angled.
Perpendicular.
Perpendicular.
No, it's orthogonal. And finally, which well-known theorem of geometry generalises to all Hilbert spaces where it asserts that the squared norm of the sum of two orthogonal vectors is equal to the sum of their squared norms?
Pythagoras theorem.
Correct. 10 points for this. Listen carefully before you buzz. Which girl's name can be spelled out using letters of the NATO spelling alphabet represented in order by words that correspond to a Shakespearean character, a Greek letter, a month, a nymph in Greek mythology?
Manchester Bryce.
Janet.
Correct. I didn't even get to dance, Tango. Right, your bonuses are on an empire. Firstly, for 5 points, exiled by the British to Rangoon, where he died in 1862, Bahadur Shah II was the last emperor of which dynasty whose power had been in decline since the mid-18th century?
Yeah, the Mughal Empire.
Correct. A direct descendant of both Timur and Genghis Khan, who founded the Mughal Empire in 1526. He was succeeded by Humayun 4 years later.
Akbar?
No, it's Babur. Completed in 1648 and known in Hindi as Lal Quila, Which complex in Delhi was built by the Emperor Shah Jahan and is named after its massive enclosing walls of sandstone?
It's Red Fort. Red Fort. Yeah. Red Fort. Yeah.
Red Fort.
It is the Red Fort. We're going to take a music round now with the scores on 60 and 120. For your music starter, you'll hear a piece of classical music. 10 points if you can give me the name of the German composer.
UCL Papa Philippopoulos.
Schubert.
No, you can hear a little more, Manchester.
Manchester Gilbert.
Strauss.
It is Richard Strauss, yes. Is Beim Schlafengehen. It was selected by Nick Clegg in the Radio 3 programme Private Passions. Your music bonuses are 3 more classical pieces chosen by prominent politicians as their private passions. In each case, all you have to do is to name the composer. Firstly, the name of this Spanish composer, the piece chosen by Michael Portillo.
Nominate Bryce.
Albanese.
No, that was Manuel de Falla. Secondly, the name of this Italian composer, the piece chosen by Vince Cable.
Verdi.
No, it's Bellini, part of the Puritani. And finally, the name of this German composer, the piece chosen by Neil Kinnock. Let's have an answer.
Bach.
No, that's Bruch, part of his Violin Concerto No. 1. Right, 10 points for this starter question. In microbiology, what term denotes the short, often circular molecules of DNA in bacteria?
UCL Parton.
Plasmid.
Correct. University College London, these bonuses are on magazines. Les Temps Modernes was founded in Paris in 1945 by which couple, both of whom were existentialist philosophers and novelists?
Sartre and de Beauvoir.
Correct. Still in print, which weekly publication was founded by Beatrice and Sidney Webb in 1913 as a voice for socialism?
Is that the New Internationalist, maybe? Possibly, or the one New Statesman, maybe. Is it? Yeah.
I don't try it. New Statesman.
Correct. The Egoist, founded in London in 1914 by the feminist Dora Marsden, was greatly influenced by which US poet, the leader of the Imagists?
Ezra Pound.
Yeah, why not? Ezra Pound.
Correct. 10 points for this starter question. The name of which country is the origin of the names of a slow dance or promenade, a lively dance in 2/4 time, and a highly radioactive metallic element?
UCL Tushchik Smith.
Poland.
Poland is correct, yes. This set of bonuses are on occupational diseases, UCL. What 2-word name was commonly given to phosphonecrosis, a disease once prevalent in workers in match factories and caused by exposure to high levels of phosphorus?
Nominate Parton. Fozzie jaw.
Fozzie jaw is correct. Byssinosis is a respiratory disorder particularly common in workers inhaling dust particles produced by which crop? Come on.
Okay, maize.
No, it's cotton. What 2-word name is given to coal workers' pneumoconiosis because of the visible effect of coal dust on the respiratory system?
Black lung.
Correct. We're going to take a second picture round. For your picture starter, you're going to see an illustration. 10 points if you can name the artist.
UCL Papa Philippopolis.
Bruegel.
Nope. Is one of you going to buzz from Manchester? I'll tell you, it's Arthur Rackham, so picture bonuses shortly. 10 points for this starter in the meantime. Sacked in 612 BC by the Babylonians and others, which city close to Mosul in modern-day Iraq was the capital of the Assyrian Empire?
UCL Tushchuk Smith.
Nineveh.
Nineveh is correct, yes. So we revert to the picture round. You saw an illustration by Rackham of Queen Guinevere. Your picture bonuses are 3 more of Rackham's illustrations of Mallory's Morte d'Arthur. This time, in each case, I want the name of the character or characters portrayed. Firstly, for 5, the 2 characters here.
It's very Mordred. It's Morgana. I don't know.
Yeah. Morgana and Mordred.
No, it's Merlin and the Lady of the Lake. Secondly, the 2 characters doing battle here.
It's Mordred and Arthur.
Arthur and Mordred.
Correct. And finally, the character in the foreground here.
What's he killing?
Yeah, I get the last.
Okay. Lancelot.
That is Lancelot, yes. Right, 10 points for this. What sesamoid bone of the human skeleton is situated in the tendon of the quadriceps muscle of the thigh?
Manchester Brown.
Patella.
Correct. Manchester, these bonuses are on words that begin with the letters TRI but have no connection with the number 3. In each case, give the word from the definition. Firstly, the study of the interaction of sliding surfaces, including friction, lubrication and bearings.
No, I probably knew it at one time, but I can't remember.
Come on, let's have it, please.
Trinamics.
No, it's tribology. The study of the hair and scalp, secondly.
Psychology. Yeah. Psychology.
Correct. And finally, in ancient Rome, a legionary officer or an official who represented the plebeians.
Tribune.
Correct. 10 points for this. Extroversion, agreeableness, conscientiousness, neuroticism and openness to experience or intellect are considered to be the big 5 dimensions of what concept in psychology?
Manchester Brown.
Personality.
Personality is right. This set of bonuses are on US states. In each case, name the state of which the following is the most populous county. Firstly, Maricopa County, the 4th most populous county in the USA, with almost 4 million inhabitants.
Arizona.
Correct. Secondly, Harris County, the 3rd most populous county in the USA, with more than 4 million inhabitants.
Pennsylvania.
That's in Texas. Finally, Cook County, the 2nd most populous county in the USA, with more than 5 million inhabitants.
Is that in New Jersey?
Come on.
Illinois.
Correct. 10 points for this. Noted for significant contributions in the 1920s to the study of long-term fluctuations, which Russian economist, born in 1892, gives his name to a business cycle of very long duration?
Manchester Bar.
Khrushchev.
No, anyone like to buzz from UCL? It's Nikolai Kondratiev. 10 points for this. Telling the story of Frank and April Wheeler's failing marriage. Which novel of 1961 by the US writer Richard Yates was adapted?
UCL Dennis.
Revolutionary Road.
Correct. These bonuses are on European Cities, University College London. Turku, at the mouth of the Ora River, is the oldest city and a former capital of which EU member state? Come on.
Estonia.
No, it's Finland. Trondheim, the seat of the 12th century Nidaros Cathedral, was a medieval capital of which country?
Norway.
Correct. Now a major financial centre. Which city on the River Main was the capital of the Confederation of the Rhine from 1806 to 1815?
Frankfurt.
Correct. Another starter question. Born in Leipzig in 1646, which German mathematician and philosopher is...
Manchester Gilbert.
Leibniz.
Leibniz is right. Just over 3 minutes to go, and your bonuses this time are on insect morphology. The respiratory system of insects consists of a series of tubes or tracheae. What term denotes the tracheae openings in the exoskeleton that allow for gas exchange?
Spiracles.
Correct. What organs on the head of an insect consist of 3 parts? The scape, pedicle and flagellum.
The antennae. The antennae.
Correct. Especially prominent in parasitic wasps, which egg-laying organ is found on the abdomen of female insects?
Ovipositor.
Correct. 10 points for this. In international law, what Latin-derived term denotes a state or individual engaged in a war or conflict? In everyday speech, the same word is an adjective meaning hostile or aggressive.
Manchester Bryce.
Belligerent.
Belligerent is correct. Your bonuses now are on French volcanoes, Manchester. In each case, name the French overseas département in which the following are located. Firstly, La Grande Soufrière, which erupted several times during the 1970s.
Martinique.
Yeah.
Martinique.
No, it's Guadeloupe. Piton de la Fournaise, active several times since 1925.
Is that Martinique or Guyana? No. I don't know.
Come on, let's have it.
Martinique.
No, it's Réunion. And finally, Montpellier, which destroyed the town of Saint-Pierre in 1902.
Martinique. Yeah. Martinique.
That is Martinique, yes. 10 points for this. For what do the letters QR stand when denoting a two-dimensional barcode designed for fast readability and large storage capacity?
UCL Papa Philippopoulos.
Quantity reading.
No, anyone want to go for Manchester?
Manchester Bar.
Quick read.
No, it's quick response. 10 points for this. Aconcagua, the highest mountain outside Asia, lies close to the border between which 2 countries?
UCL Papa Philippopoulos.
Chile and Argentina.
Correct. Your bonuses now are on popular science writers. In each case, name the British author from their works. Firstly, The Red Queen, Genome, and Nature via Nurture. Let's have it, please.
Robert Winston.
No, that's Matt Ridley, Viscount Ridley. The Global Warming Survival Kit, The God Effect, and Upgrade Me.
No.
Thereby Brian Clegg. And finally, The Big Bang, The Code Book, and Fermat's Last Theorem.
Simon Singh.
Correct. 10 points for this. In his book, Pudd'nhead Wilson, Mark Twain wrote that which vegetable is nothing but a cabbage with a college education?
UCL Dennis.
Cauliflower.
Correct. Your bonuses now are on cricket. I will read the names of 2 opposing captains in the Cricket World Cup final. In each case, give me the 2 teams and the decade in which the match took place. Firstly, Clive Lloyd and Mike Brearley. Let's have it, please.
England and West Indies, and it's the 80s.
No, it's the 70s. Secondly, Ricky Ponting and Sourav Ganguly.
Australia, India, and that's.
And at the gong, Manchester University have 150, University College London have 230. Well, Manchester, you get a chance to come back. Next time you play, though, you must win if you want to go through to the semi-finals. Congratulations, University College London. You're the first team to go through to the semi-finals. Well done. I hope you can join us next time for another quarter-final match. But until then, it's goodbye from Manchester University.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.
It's goodbye from University College London.
Goodbye.
And it's goodbye from me. Goodbye.